Hi, this is Jennifer, your course facilitator for Library Science 801. I'm going to show you just a little bit right now about how to work with your assignment for week 3 that has to do with the Snagit assignment. In it, if you read the instructions carefully, you'll notice that what you're expected to do is snag an image and then start resizing the image down and send those images of each size to a Word document as well as to a Camtasia recording and see what happens based on resizing the image, making it smaller each time. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start out, first off, I've got a Word document already created, and as Dr. Koloff said, you want margins of 1 on either side. By the way, if you hear scratching in the background, it's my cat. I'm sorry about that. So I've got my Word document already ready. I'm going to go to my website where I want to snag an image, and I'm going to take this image off the ThingLink website. ThingLink is my imaginary project. Just like you guys have a web application to work with, ThingLink is the one that I would be working with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to snag this image, and then I'm going to start making the image smaller and sending each image to a Word document. And your task also will be to send it to a Camtasia, the Camtasia interface, and create a video out of that. I won't be doing that, however. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here to my little red recording button. I'm going to make sure the image capture's on, not the video capture. I'm going to click the capture image, and you'll see these crosshairs appear. Now, if I were to currently capture things the way they are, if you see right in the right-hand lower corner of those crosshairs, there's a little circle with a grid, and it says 1366 by 728. That's the resolution of my computer screen, and if I were to click right now, I would be capturing the entire screen. I don't want that. I just want to get this monitor. So I'm going to come up to the corner, the left-hand upper corner of the image I want to capture. I'm going to click my mouse and hold it down, and I'm going to then highlight the area I want to capture. Now, as you may remember, Dr. Koloff said for this experiment, because it basically is an experiment, you probably don't want an image more than 600 pixels in width. Now, if you look at that little circular grid to the right of my highlighted area now, it's got some numbers in there. 697 by 432. 697 is the width of this image I'm capturing, and 432 is the height. Although I would recommend you go with no more than 600 as your width. Select an image that has a width of only 600. I'm going to go ahead and capture this at 697 simply because I know that I can get the full image this way, and we'll work from there. I'll just make my images quite a bit smaller so you can see the difference. So once I've highlighted this area, I let up my mouse, and the image goes into my Snagit editor. Okay? I can tell in the lower corner what it was captured at, the dimensions, 697 by 431. What I'm going to do here is, this is my original image, and you have some instructions for exactly how you're supposed to save your images and so on. I can't promise you that I'm going to follow those instructions exactly, but I will show you basically how to work with this. I'm going to take this image, I'm going to add a text bit in the upper corner just so I can remember what the dimensions were. 697 by 431 was this image. Okay? I'm now going to save this image onto my desktop. Okay, desktop, and I'll just call this, I'll call it image 1. Hopefully we don't have another one that's called image 1. And I'm actually going to save this as a PNG image. You might save as a JPEG. Personally, I like PNG images better because they have some real advantages. But I'm saving that to my desktop. In addition to saving it to my desktop, however, I am going to now send this to my Word document that I have open. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to click Share and I'm going to click Word. So I'm going to send the capture to my Word file. And if I now go back to my Word document, here's my image. Okay? I'm now ready to resize that image in the editor. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to click on this text callout right now because I don't need it anymore. I'm going to get rid of it. And I'm going to go to Image, Resize, Resize Image. This will look somewhat different in Snagit for Mac. You won't have probably as many options here, but I think you can still get a good idea of what's going on. And check the instructions because you'll see some screenshots of what that'll look like. Let's take from 697, let's say we want to reduce this down to 497 or 450. Okay, now for you guys, if you capture at only 600, you may go with 450. I can't remember what the instructions say, but let's just go with a width of 450, lock proportions so that the height will reduce as well. So now the image has gotten smaller, and I'm actually going to now add a text call out so that I know that this one is the 450 by 278. Okay. At that point, I'm going to now share this one to Word as well. The capture was successfully sent. If I go back and look at my Word document, here it is right here. Okay. I'm going to now go back and I'm going to reduce this yet one more time. First, I'll get rid of this text callout. Then I will go to Image, Resize, and I'll take it down. Let's take it, it was at 450. Let's take it down to 200. Really make it tiny. Now it's really small, as you can see. I'm going to add one more text callout to say it is 200 by 123. And we even have to stretch this call out a little bit because the image has gotten so small. And we're going to share this again to Word. And what you should end up with is 3 or 4 images, depending on what the instructions say to do, showing each of the images as they were resized. And you're supposed to make some determinations from that. I'm not, as I said, going to do the Camtasia part of this, but it will be something similar as far as putting the images into Camtasia. And what I would recommend when you're in Snagit Editor, as you create each of these resized images, save them to your desktop or someplace else, just so you can work with them later. If you're placing them into Camtasia, you can share them into Camtasia from here. You can actually send them into Camtasia, but let's say you happen to forget one. If you've saved each one to your computer, you can drop it in by importing media. So that's pretty much what I wanted to show you with this, just to kind of give you an idea of how that assignment works, because you will then be drawing conclusions about these images and what happens when you resize based on what you just did, and what effects this would have on, say, your user guide, which you'll be doing inside Word. So that's it for now. Thanks so much for listening.